What is going on, squad? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money on the Internet podcast. And in today's episode, Cole and I, where we do a podcast, all right? And it's fucking going to be lit. So sit down, buckle up, fucking tune in, tap in, turn on.
Today is all about your eyes, specifically why they are in the front of your head and not the back of your head. You see, the other day I was having a conversation on one of our coaching calls, and I was consistently having to redirect, course correct, cut off one of my clients because they were utilizing language that was past tense. They were utilizing examples on their life to define their life, to explain their life, which was not them right now. And I actually heard this quote on a video when I was scrolling through TikTok the other day. This individual said, "Your eyes are in the front of your face for a reason, not the back. They are meant to help you go forward, not backwards. The reason why you are tripping in life is not because there are a bunch of roadblocks and obstacles between you and the destination. You are tripping because as you are running forward towards those roadblocks, you are looking backwards." And I fucking loved it.
Yeah, it's cool.
I thought it was a great way to explain the mentality that you need to embrace in order to see success, right?
The thought that comes to mind when you say that is those who think they can and those who think they can't are both usually right. And I see this a lot in our students as well. And the reason I see it a lot is because used to be me, is I was defined by my vision of the past. And so I had a lot of trauma growing up, and, you know, me and my mom didn't have a good relationship. And so every relationship that I got into, I self-sabotaged. And then when I self-sabotaged, I was like, it's because when I was 8, I had this thing happen, and I was literally defining my current reality based on what happened to me in the past. And this is the thing about the past, right? Because all of us go through shit, and I'm not downplaying any adversity that any of you have been through, and all of us experience hardship. But I think it's the people that end up getting stuck in life, the people that end up getting trapped in the same reality, the people that end up repeating the same cycle over and over and over and over again are the people that go through shit, and then they keep going through shit mentally because they keep replaying the fucking video from the situation that happened 10 years ago.
Yep. 100%, dude. There was a saying that I heard the other day, and it was, if you are consistently getting slapped in the face by life, that is because you haven't learned the lesson it's trying to show you.
I like that a lot.
And the breakdown is we always consistently face things that knock us down, break us down, defeat us mentally, physically, and emotionally. That's not an if and or but. That is facts. We have all gone through shit that has beat the absolute shit out of us. However, the reason why you see these quote unquote successful people that you look up to, whoever it might be, see ultimate success is because when they got punched in the fucking face, they were like, maybe I should learn how to slip next time. Maybe I should learn how to pull, block that shit, swerve to the side. Or a lot of you guys are just like, let me put my face directly back in the exact same place over and over and over. You guys aren't learning the lesson of life. You are consistently hung up on your own quote unquote story. I did a call in Chad Morgan's community yesterday as well. Yeah. And went off on a goddamn tangent ramble. Okay, this is what I usually end up doing, to try to deliver as much value as I possibly could and teach my entire life's philosophy in 60 minutes. It was very intense and a lot of information, but it was an absolute blast. We had around 55 to 60 people on the call. And at the very end, we did a Q&A. And one individual, going to leave their name out, came up and said, how do you move from task to task on a daily basis with the consistent drain of energy? Because you see, I've always tried to see success in my past, and I'm always trying to chase my goals, but I tend to run out of energy throughout the day. And because of my lack of energy, because of how I feel due to the lack of energy, I'm consistently falling back on my old habits and giving up. And I said, no, it is not your energy. It is your actual choices and what you are choosing to do on a daily basis, because we show up tired. We show up exhausted. We show up regardless of how we feel. It has nothing to do with our emotional state. It has to do with the goal that is at hand. And it's very easy to blame how you've shown up in the past to dictate your current future moves, right?
Yeah. So I completely agree with that statement. And I think that, you know, whatever your reason is, whatever your story is, whatever your justification is, whether it's lack of energy, you know, shit happened to me in the past, or I keep falling back into old habits, whatever. So many people choose to keep telling the same story over and over and over and over again for why they can't get success. Because when you tell a story for why you can't get success, it gives you an actual reason for why you're not where you want to be. oh, I'm not where I want to be because I don't have energy when I work on my shit.
Yep.
I'm not where I want to be because my mom fucking left me when I was 8.
Yep.
I'm not where I want to be because my ex cheated on me and then made me feel like shit and made me feel not worthy. I'm not where I want to be because the pandemic happened and it ruined my career and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's just like, it comes from a lack of responsibility. Like the people that are stuck in the past, just like, you do not have self-responsibility if you keep telling the same story over and over and over again. And here's the thing. This is the fucked up part about the world that we live in, is when you tell the story of how you got fucked over and how this guy cheated you and how your mom left you when you were like, when you tell that story, 99% of people are going to give you sympathy.
100%.
Which is why people tell it.
Yep.
They tell the story because they like getting the sympathy. Like they like
good.
getting the pat on the back. They like getting the fucking, oh my God, I feel so bad for you.
Yeah.
And so they get the sympathy, they get the pat on the back, they get the fucking hoorah. And guess what? Your life doesn't fucking change. You're still in the same place.
And because it feels good to get that hug, right? It like brings you back to being a kid. When you fell on the ground and you busted your knee or you busted your arm or you busted your hand, and then you instantly went into tear mode and your mom ran up and gave you the hug. You know, you didn't get it from your dad. Your dad told you to shut the fuck up and get up, get back to what you were doing. That's just how dads are. But getting that hug felt good. So a lot of you guys look for it in other situations.
Yeah.
So listen, this is where the harsh reality comes into play. This is where the real harsh reality, truth, bitch slap comes into play. Everything that you went through in the past that was extremely difficult, overwhelming, life-changing, traumatic, someone else has gone through the same thing and achieved all the success you say you aren't worthy of achieving and you can achieve. And I'll bring it down to like some of the worst shit. Bedros. Homie literally talked about being molested as a kid. He's a fucking 9-figure earner. He's running some of the most successful businesses in the entire world. So quote unquote, what is your excuse? Oh, and also he's an immigrant. Oh, and also he grew up poor as fuck. Every single traumatic pain story that you consistently tell about why you can't do something, the story you are gripped onto from your past, somebody else has gone through the same thing. You are not that one in a million, motherfucker. Someone else has gone through the same shit. And they've understood that responsibility, integrity, discipline, and a relentless pursuit is what they needed to embrace. They looked forward instead of backwards, and they achieved the goal when you just can't figure out what you need to do.
And here's the thing, right? Here's the fucking thing. This is the thing about life, right? This is the thing about mindset. This is the thing about your story, is when you tell yourself a lie, and your story is a lie. When you tell yourself a lie for long enough, eventually you believe it to be true.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be so fucking hard for you to let go of the only reason or the reasons that you're not successful, because as soon as you stop telling the story of the past, of this, of that, whatever the fuck your excuse is, all of a sudden, all you're left with is you.
Yep. And
then you need to take a look in the mirror and realize that the entire time that you were telling your story about how your mom fucked you over, about how you got cheated on, about how you got fucked over, the entire time you were telling that story, maybe it was the last year, maybe it was the last 3 years, maybe it was the last 10 years. The only reason you haven't been successful is because you've been telling yourself this bullshit story. So then there's like, it's almost like as soon as you stop telling the story, you come to the realization that it's you, it's always been you, it's always going to be you. And that comes with so much responsibility. And we almost want to blame someone for that. Like in order to like alleviate the pain that comes from the full realization that everything in your life that is created by you. And if you're not happy with the money in your bank, the way that you look, the way that you feel, how your relationship is, you can't blame anybody else but you. As soon as you actually come to that understanding, like that's when power comes into play. But that's also like, before you get to power, you get to pain. Like, it's like, I did this. It's not because of that. It's not because of this. It's not because of this. It's because I did this.
100%.
And that's why people tell the stories, because they don't want to face the emotions and face the realization that the only reason that they're not in the place they want to be is because of them.
Yeah. Blame relinquishes pain.
Oh, I like that.
Blame relinquishes pain. When you blame other things, external factors, you take the pain away from self. However, what we need to understand is that only through embracing the pain is when we become the person we are meant to be.
Yeah.
In every situation, in every facet. And the funny thing is that you might be listening to us today at 18 years old, 20 years old, 30 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old. I don't know how old you are, But you guys have been told this since you were a kid. Did you run track when you were in high school?
Bro, I was a fucking animal.
So, I didn't know if you did. Did you run track?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you do?
400 meters.
400 meters? Yeah, see, that wasn't me, bro. I was a 100-meter sprinter. All right. Quick pump, chump, out. All right. That was my thing. That was my thing.
It's still your thing.
Bro, and that was like the 100-meter was my main thing. As soon as it came down to endurance, dog, I was like, yeah, right, dog. I'm a fucking sprint and then go home. But my thing with 100-meter was I placed first multiple times, fourth multiple times, a bunch of different tournaments that we did. But what did our coaches always say? You probably were told the same thing about your opponents. I wanted to see if I could spark something in your head. No. My individual coaches always said, stop looking around at other individuals. It doesn't matter how fast they are. You need to focus on how fast you are, because as soon as that head turns, they get a second on you. And that's how I literally looked at every single goal that I have chased in my life. And this is why I am so hyperfixated on myself. I literally, guys, cannot quote you one name of any of mine and Brian's competitors. We literally talk about this all the time. Other individuals in my niche. All right. Other people's social media channels. I don't know fucking anything. All right. I'm incompetent and stupid when it comes down to other individuals in my niches. Why? Because I don't give a fuck about anybody else but me. I am focused on my future, my direction, my goals, and where I am going. You guys are slipping up consistently because you are always looking back and you're looking around. Your eyes are in the front of your face for a fucking reason. So put on the horse blinders and start walking, start running, start sprinting.
It's so funny that you say horse blinders, because I was literally just about like, that was a thought that I had when you started talking earlier in the podcast, is like, there is a reason that they put blinders on a horse when they race, is because they want their eyes to be focusing forward and they don't want any distractions. Because if you just focus forward and you just look forward, like that's where you're going to go. And I have a little bit of a different mindset with my competitors. I know all of them, but I think a lot of people, so I think that we're talking about the things that are holding people back. And one of the things that'll hold you back is like a ball and chain on your fucking foot while you're trying to move forward. Yeah. Or like you're like running forward and you're fucking looking back. Like that's definitely something that will fuck you up.
Yes.
But another thing that will fuck you up is looking around and realizing how fast everybody else is and being like, oh my God, dude, they're so fucking fast. They're so fast. Like they're so fast. I'm not that fast. I have this thing that I had.
There you go. And then the story comes in.
And then before you realize it, homie that's the fastest is fucking at the front of the race because he's just doing his thing. Yeah. Because I have that same mentality. Like I actually know who my competitors are, but the only reason that I know is because I'm going to figure out what all of you guys are doing. And then I'm going to fucking outwork all of you. Oh, there was a guy that was doing 2 podcasts a week. I'm going to do 5. Oh, the guy that has the most amount of Instagram followers has this, I'm going to pass him. Yes. Like it's, oh, this guy has this many clients, I will fucking beat that. Yeah. So I use it as inspiration for my own journey. But a lot of people, when they're looking at competitors, they just like, they look up to somebody that, you know, has been in the industry for 10 plus years and they're making $100,000 a month. And like, I'll never be like that. Right. I'll never be like that. Yeah. Because, you know, I had a fucked up past and this shit happened to me. And like, I'm not, maybe it's not me. Just absolving themselves of their power.
And that's the thing. This entire podcast isn't just about the past. It's about the people around you. It's about what's going on. It's about your story. All right. The entire concept is forward facing. What are you doing and what are you focused on? So the same thing when we went to Speed Vegas. Remember the mirrors, what they told us? Yeah. Guys, when you go race the cars, the supercars in Speed Vegas, they literally tell you verbatim, don't even try to look at the fucking mirrors because you won't be able to see anything behind you. And we're like, why? They're like, because if you go out there with your homie, what are you going to do if you see them ramping up beside you in the supercar? 90% of the people are like, I'm going to cut them off. And they're like, exactly. Like, we don't want fucking any accidents out there. And we don't want you focused on the other supercars that are hundreds of thousands of dollars going hundreds of miles an hour. We want you focused on your vehicle where you are going, the turns you need to make, the braking, the acceleration, and the control of the vehicle. Because what you are doing is what matters. Your eyes are on the front of your fucking face for a reason. Stop looking around and stop looking into the past. Stop looking behind you and start looking forward right now. Right now.
And then it's like, okay, so then people that are listening, they're like, okay, like, what do I look forward to? Right? Because this doesn't make sense to me because my whole life has been defined by a vision of the past. And my entire existence has been the story that I've told for why I can't be successful. And so as soon as I let go of that, what do I look forward to? And I think that there's 2 things that I want to say here. First thing is like, when you actually let go of like your story and like why you can't be successful and the things that are holding you back, it's so fucking uncomfortable because when you're faced with a situation where you like come against a rejection or you're like going after the thing that you want and you fail, and then you're like, oh shit, I can't tell this story anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just have to sit in these like uncomfortable emotions. So first things first is like when you stop telling your story, you have to understand that there's going to be a period of time where you need to basically like rebuild yourself. You need to like construct yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You need to like decide how you want to show up in these situations instead of, being defined by, oh, I get rejected. And so then I blame other people. It's like, okay, the next time I get rejected, I'm going to take self-responsibility and I'm going to ask myself what I can do to improve. And I'm going to be relentless and resilient and I'm going to keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you let go of your past and like the places that you like have been, what do you look forward to? You look forward to the type of person you want to become.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Cole and I work a little bit differently on this aspect because I think that you focus heavily on the core values
Mm-hmm.
of the person that you'd like to be. And I focus heavily on the vision of where I'd like to go. But like, regardless of what your vehicle is, whether you're like, I'm going to define myself with my core values or I'm going to define myself with the vision, it's like they both end up at the same place
100%.
because the core values will get you to the vision, and the vision, in order to get to the vision, you need the core values.
100%.
But you need to like look forward and you need to ask yourself, what do I want to create? Like, where do I want to go? How much money do I want to make?
Mm-hmm.
What do I want my social media to look like? What do I want my family life to look like? What kind of husband do I want to be? What kind of father do I want to be? What kind of leader do I want to be? Then we like define, like this is where we start defining ourselves by where we want to go and the places we'd like to reach. And we're like looking forward. Then once we have a clear definition of like, this is where I'm going, this is my destination, this is my new aspiration, then every single day you're looking forward and you're making decisions based on things that will get you closer to that thing.
And that's it.
That's it.
Which puts you through the lens of more versus closer, which we've taught to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients. And the aspect of that is very simple. Every decision you make on a daily basis be put through the lens of more versus closer. Is this going to get me closer to my goals? Or is it just me adding more to my plate, more to my overall, more to my stress, more to my depression, or whatever the fuck else you would like to categorize it as? Because a lot of you have never actually sat down and just did what Brian just said. Because you're like, okay, well, now how do I overcome this and start looking forward? And what do I look forward to? That's a question you got to ask yourself, homie. What do you want with your life? What would you like your life to look like? Sit down and actually paint a vision. Again, I broke this down for Chad Morgan's clients yesterday. I'm not talking about 10, 20, 30, 40 years in the future. That's extremely hard to do, especially when you've never achieved anything. You've never worked on yourself. You've never got into your own head. You've always made excuses. So just look at 6 months. Where would you like to be in 6 months? Mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially? Would you like to be looked at for a raise at your 9 to 5? Or would you like to make an extra 2 to 5 grand online? Dope. Put that on your calendar. Put that on your wall. That's the focus. That's where we're going. How would you like to look physically? You want to lose 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds. Put that on your fucking wall. How would you like your relationship to look like? Guys, every single day, I do the same fucking thing for myself, relationship with self, and Julia. This is not a joke. 3 a.m., cold shower, morning routine, gym, boxing, Starbucks, home, give Julia a coffee, give her a kiss, in my kid's bedroom, pick him up, say hello, change his diaper, bring him out, bring Minnie outside every fucking day on repeat because it's my core values and my principles. Because I've set the goal on my wall to have a beautiful family that thrives with love and energy. It's about setting the destination and then creating the reverse engineer process of like, okay, if I just do this every single day until I die, that will happen. Mm-hmm. And again, I could look at everybody around me and sometimes the eyes trail. And that's why it's just about trying to create the bigger horse blinders. Mm-hmm. Because it's very, very easy to get lost in shiny object syndrome in this world. Mm-hmm. Because while you are on the path to becoming the best version of you, we are always, again, looking back at our story and justifying. Then once we finally reach a point where we're like, okay, fuck that story. It's time to take action on my life. Then the shiny object comes in and you're like, well, fucking comparison. Why am I not at that same level as him? You. And that's why I'm glad that you brought that up about us defining the different way that we act. Like I knew I was going to be successful. I knew I wanted to see success in my life. I knew we were going to build something great. But again, the reason why I've always defined myself from my core values and my principles is because I didn't understand it. Like I wasn't a fucking born and bred entrepreneur. I wasn't. I knew I didn't like taking orders from other people.
Yep.
I knew I didn't like being told what to do when it came down to the work aspect. I didn't like following other people, but it wasn't like I was fucking selling lemonade and other shit. I dealt with drugs. I enforced with people who sold drugs, and I worked 9 to 5 jobs. And it wasn't until I was fucking 22, 23 that I started to smell entrepreneurship with you, where I was like, oh, this could be me. Like this could be me. But it wasn't like it was fucking internalize. Like you got a lot more internal entrepreneur in you.
Yeah.
So my shit was just like, okay, I just know I need to do these things every day. And if I do this, I don't know why. I don't know if it's fucking God or universe or some overbeing. I'm like, something is telling me if I just be this person, everything will work out. So I'm just going to be this person.
I like that. And that's funny because, again, when you think about, because then it doesn't matter if you're focusing on core values or vision. I think both they end up getting you to the place you need to be. Because if you're listening to this right now and you just make the decision, I'm going to be fucking integral. I'm going to be hardworking. I'm going to be disciplined as fuck. I'm going to decide to learn every single day, and I'm going to be intense. If you just take those 5 core values and you just be that for the next fucking 5 years, magical shit's gonna happen.
But bro, even in their 9 to 5, if people just did exactly what you said, those 5 things in their 9 to 5, 100%. Bam, raises, fucking looked at, promotion, headhunted by other people, fucking brought on by other companies. I literally got goosebumps right away because you will be talked about. People will be like, dude, I got headhunted by 5 fucking ironworking companies just because I was that.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. So you can decide, okay, I'm just going to be this fucking person. I'm just going to fucking show up with these core values every single day. Or you can literally look into the future and you can ask yourself, where do I want to end up? And for me, I always think that one of my favorite quotes of all time, it's Earl Nightingale. He says, never give up because of the time that it takes to accomplish a dream, because eventually the time will pass. And this is the thing about life, is that regardless of whether or not you set a goal and you go after it, whether or not you choose to take control of your life and drive the ship, whether or not you decide that you're going to be a captain of your ship, a master of your soul, time is going to pass regardless. And so that 6 months time frame that you could set a goal and then achieve it, that 6 months is going to dissipate with or without your participation, with or without you wanting it to go away. You lose 6 months of your life in 6 months.
Yep.
And so in that next 6 months, if you set the goal, and let's just even say that you set a goal of I want to make an extra $5,000 online, and you show up relentlessly, show up consistently, show up with diligence and persistence, and you fail. That is 10 times more courageous and valuable than those people that never set the goal because they don't want to fail, or because they are, hanging on to the past, or because they are comparing themselves to other people. The people that do that choose option 2, I'm not going to set a goal, I'm not going to work towards something, I'm not going to head towards a destination. Those are the people where the 6 month time frame passes and they look back on the rest of the year so far and they're like, oh shit, I haven't done fucking anything. And guys, listen, we're talking about a 6 month time frame, but we're in October, homie. This is the 10th month of the fucking year.
4th quarter.
Right? So you might be, and this is the thing, you might have not paid attention to this because I was talking about 6 months into the future. Let's take a look at 6 months into the past. What the fuck have you done in these last 6 months? Are you happy with the progress that you've made? Are you excited about the growth that you've achieved? Has your business doubled? Has your body improved? Has your mindset improved? Are you becoming a better person? Or are you the same motherfucker right now that you were 6 months ago?
Were you the person that was operating through the mentality of my eyes are in every single area of my head instead of in the front of my head? Because this is the reality of the situation and the wake-up call that we are going to wrap this shit up on, to slap you in the goddamn mouth and make you aware of what you are doing. Football story. Did you see my Instagram story this morning?
No.
Broke this down, right? So do you guys ever do the 4th quarter chant when you played football? There was a big thing in Thunder Bay.
No.
So end leg of practice, every single time that we do practice, defense drills, offense drills, everything that we did, you would see 4s start going up by all the coaches. And as soon as you would see a 4, it was your job to just fucking go off. I'm talking about veins popping in the neck, veins popping in the forehead, screaming 4th quarter as hard as you could, because it was a universal energy balance that all of us understood that it was time to show the fuck out, regardless of how tired we were, what was going on, didn't matter how we felt, injured, exhausted, cold, hot, doesn't matter. Why? Because it is not how you start, it is how you finish. And if you play football, you play any sports, it is the last leg where you need to do your absolute best, because it doesn't matter if you're up by fucking 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, field goal, or 1 point, that team can still beat you because there's enough time. There's enough that can happen that the other team can come forward and win the game. So that is when you show it as hard as you possibly can. So if you spent the last 10 months with your eyes in the back of your head, side of your head, looking at all this bullshit, making excuses based off of your past and taking comparison to an all-time high instead of inspiration, it's time to now bring them to the fucking front. 4th quarter. You literally have 2.5 months left till 2025. And I know a lot of you fucking motherfuckers are going to say, well, there's Thanksgiving and Halloween and Christmas and
blah,
New
blah, blah.
Year's and birthday and fucking
My dog's birthday.
stupid dumb shit. It's my birthday month. Shut the fuck up. You're not a child anymore. All right, grow up. It's a fucking day where you were born. You didn't even do any work, bitch. Your mom spat you out. Go celebrate her. Straight up. All right? Are you fucking kidding me? All right? We're getting real for a minute because I'm sick of seeing individuals waste their potential. And how many people do we know have quit on their dreams in 2024 when they said to us, I'm going to make $100,000 this year?
Yeah, dude. It's fucking
right?
Crazy. It blows my fucking mind. And like, listen, again, guys, like if you're listening to this, and you're in the Change Lives Academy, the 10K Mastermind, and the $1 Million Mastermind, and you've allowed your mindset to get in the way of your success, go post in the group and say, this is my fucking time. This is my fucking time. Like, I'm not going to accept mediocrity anymore. I'm not going to accept a low level for myself anymore. I'm not going to allow other people in this program to get the results that I know I fucking deserve. Because when you look at the Change Lives Academy, 10K Mastermind, $1 Million Mastermind, we've helped 350 coaches hit $10,000 a month. We've helped 16 coaches make $100,000 a month. It's fucking proven. The blueprint is there. If you just follow it every single day, like every one of our clients that has a testimonial over 10K, like, so how did you do it? I did this to Sammy the other day.
Yeah.
How'd you do it? She's like, consistency. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I just did exactly what you guys told me to do every single day for 6 months. And then I hit 10K. I'm like, oh, how fucking shocking.
It's almost
That's so
boring
fucking weird. I just do the same shit every day. And then I just did everything.
Do you remember Janelle?
Every day for fucking 6 months. And then I hit 10K.
Do you remember when Janelle first
fuck,
hit $300,000 in 1 month? And then we asked her, we're like, so like, what did you do? And she was on a coaching call with 70 people. And she's like, I watched the video modules that Brian and Cole created 9 times in a row from start to finish. And I just did everything day after day after day for 2 years without missing. And everybody's like, oh. But I'm like, this is the thing. This is the thing right there, right? Like, she wasn't looking back or around or at other people. She was looking just forward. And that's all she fucking cared about. And she understood that success is in the mundane. I'm just going to do the same shit every day, no matter what, without looking around and get it done.
Can I be honest? This is why I stopped vlogging. Because I was vlogging and then I realized I do the same shit every day. That's pretty fucking boring. But then I started realizing, I'm like, I need to start vlogging again. So I'm going to start vlogging.
So am I.
Because I do the same shit every day. And that's why I'm successful.
Also.
So y'all are looking for like, oh, I want to be entertained. Can you fucking entertain me and show me some shit? Yeah, I'll show you my fucking Lambo that I got because I do the same shit every fucking day.
Bullshit.
Every day. I'm the same, bro.
And
wake up at the same time every day, go to the gym at the same time, do the same cold plunge every day, do the same meditation every day, read the same book every day. Like, I do the same shit every fucking day. Post 3 times a day, go live 5 times a week. I do the same shit every fucking day. Record with Nick twice a week, write my scripts once a week, every fucking day. It's the same shit.
Yep.
All the time.
You know what's funny about that is that individuals like us see it as boring. People who are not like us see it as crazy. Crazy. Why? Because we are so turbo obsessed with routine and success that we will never let anything hold us back because we are hyper fixated on forward motion, not backwards pedaling.
And this is the thing that fucking pisses me off. Okay, we're not done yet. This is the thing that fucking pisses me off.
I'm ready to go.
This is what pisses me off is when people look at us, right? They look at me and you and they're like, oh, they're built different. No, we're fucking not.
Bro.
That's the whole fucking point.
I'm 5'6", dog. Calm down.
He's built short. Okay. But you guys can look at us doing the same shit, going live 5 times a week, posting 3 times a day, fucking recording as much content as you can look at us and say we're built different. But that's just the excuse that you give yourself not to go all in. That's just the justification that you allow to exist so that you don't play to your full potential. And it pisses me off when people come to me, they're like, oh man, like, you're just built different. No, I'm fucking not. I'm built like you. I just do different shit.
We're all human beings, okay? We have fucking bones, skin, organs, either a dick or a vagina.
An ass.
All right? Like, listen, this is how it is. It's the reality. And it's fucking laughable because, again, we're in the 4th quarter and we've seen thousands, not hundreds, not a couple dozen, thousands of people quit on their goals this year. You listening to this right now probably know 90% of your family is quit on the shit that they said they were going to do to some fucking bullshit excuse. And yes, it was an excuse.
And the thing about the bullshit excuse is it might be true.
Yeah.
It might be true.
Yeah.
The thing that they're saying, oh yeah, that did happen. That makes sense.
And
it's a legitimate reason.
It's a legitimate reason. And it did happen in your life. And it is real. It's not fake. It is not a movie created, but your goals don't give a fuck.
Agreed.
And neither do we.
And neither does your landlord who comes to you every fucking month and is like, give me my money for rent.
Or your family who's like sitting there with their fucking plate in their hands, looking up at you being like, what are we going to eat this month? What are we going to do? I need new clothes. My clothes are fucking getting worn out. Like, this is the fucking reality of our world. And if you guys don't make a goddamn decision to start looking forward towards the goals and stop with the bullshit story and the comparison, you will stay there forever. You know how I know? Because there is a reason people individualize and define the 99% versus the 1%. That is a saying in this world because it is facts. Newsflash, 51% of our entire country in Canada, half of 37 million people make less than $57,000 a year. We double that shit in one fucking month. I'm not doing that to discredit you or make you feel bad about your life. That is factual. So if we're able to figure that out, two fucking loser junkie motherfuckers who we used to be, and now we're fucking millionaires, pretty sure you can too, right? Dude, I literally said, I'm like, somebody said that to me the other day. I'm like, they were like, what makes you different than all these other mindset coaches, business coaches, motivation coaches? I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. What do you mean? Like, I didn't go to college. I just used to be a drug addict, and then I liked fitness, and then I started working on myself, and they were good, but that's it. There's no weird, like, there's no crazy definition. I'm not a fucking Elon Musk. I ain't sending fucking rockets into space. I just like fitness. I like content. I like doing shit on a daily basis, and I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Right, though?
Yeah, it's fucking funny, dude.
Like, what the fuck, man?
Dude, I know.
You gotta, at some point in your life, you gotta get fucking pissed if you want to change. Like, get annoyed, bro.
And like, guys, if you want to get pissed at us, do it.
Yeah, please.
Get mad at me. Get mad at Cole for being so fucking successful.
I will be the villain. I'll be the
100%.
villain.
But then do something about it.
Yeah.
Don't just sit there like a fucking keyboard warrior and bitch and complain that we're doing all this shit and we're talking about the money that we're making and we might be drug dealers because we got these fucking cars. Like, bitch, do something.
Yes.
Take the inspiration of the motivation of the fire.
Or the hate or the anger.
And the anger that you feel towards me and direct it at your fucking self and then do something with your life.
Yes.
Because guess what? I don't pay attention to what you say. I don't pay attention to the comments. I don't read the fucking comments. You want to know why? Because I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
Want to know what I'm doing? The same shit every fucking day.
Winning.
And you want to know why I win? Because I do the same shit every fucking day.
Success is rooted in the mundane.
Whoa. And it's like, this is the thing. There's one thing I want to disagree with you on. I just want to disagree with you on one thing. You said it's the fourth quarter, and I disagree.
What do you mean?
You want to know why? You said it's the fourth quarter
Of this year, yeah.
Yeah. Want to know why I disagree?
I don't care why you disagree. This is it's 4 quarters in a year.
Okay, so touche.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna tell you I disagree though.
What?
Because most people are like, it's the fourth quarter, and then they're like, that means the end of the game is approaching.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with that.
Bro.
Yeah.
This is fucking chapter 1, bitch.
Yeah, bitch. It's not year after year after year. It's your fucking life.
Guys, you think it's fucking cool now. You guys think we're inspired now. Give me 5 fucking years, bro.
Y'all that hate me.
This is chapter 1.
Yeah.
1.0. This is not the 10.0 version of me. This is chapter 1. You want to know why? Because I'm not looking back at the past. I'm not looking at the shit that I did last year. I'm not proud of myself for the shit that I did last year. I'm not proud of myself for winning first place and overall last year. I'm looking forward. And I'm like, what's next? What am I going to fucking conquer next? I climbed to the top of this mountain. Where's the next biggest mountain?
Exactly.
How can I smash the fuck out of that mountain?
Exactly.
And that's the game. Okay. You're always looking forward. You're always looking for that thing. And like, maybe, so like in the analogy, maybe it is the fourth quarter of the year, but this is the start of the fucking season, bro.
Yes.
This is the start of the season.
Yes.
And that mindset of like, I'm going to give it my fucking all, my very best. And then at the end of the game, I'm going to be, maybe I'm tired, exhausted, whatever. Then I'm going to go look at myself in the mirror. I'm going to shake the fuck off and I'm going to get back in the arena.
Dude, that's the fucking funny part though, right there. Like the end of the season thing. How many times we told our clients, fitness clients and business clients combined, when they reach that like burnout stage, the like exhausted stage, I'm like, how you feel right now, because you're starting to see success, is how you're going to feel for the rest of your fucking life. I'm like, so this exhaustion, burnout that you keep fucking utilizing as an excuse to take a step back because you believe in the word balance, that's a whole nother conversation. I think it's fucking stupid.
That's another fucking conversation.
We're gonna do that one. We're gonna do that one another day. I'm like, but that right there, like that feeling of exhaustion because you've been working as hard as you possibly can and you're starting to see wins. That feeling right there is the rest of your life, and that is the payment for the life that you want to create.
And for those of you guys that disagree, show me your fucking bank account. Let's talk about it.
And your body. You got abs or you fucking fat, homie? If you are, shut the fuck up.
Oh my.
I keep it a buck, dude. I got abs on my body, money in my bank account, and supercars in my garage. My resume is thick.
Respect.
Right? The fuck you gonna say? All right, your success speaks. And if it doesn't, go to the back of the line. All right, we'll talk to other people. Love y'all.
Actually, I want to say one more thing. This one's one more thing. We're almost done. Okay. I want to say one more thing. If you're listening to this podcast right now and there's something inside of you that fucking knows that you're made for more, and you're like, I'm fucking ready to transform, DM me and Cole on Instagram and say, I'm fucking ready.
Yeah.
And then tell us why. Tell us why you're ready. Like if you're ready to transform your fucking life, if you're ready to hit the next level in your fucking business, your fitness, your mindset, whatever, tell us why. Send us a message. Say, I listened to the podcast with you and B. I'm fucking ready. I'm sick of my own bullshit. I'm sick of looking at other people. I'm sick of not focusing on myself. I'm fucking ready. Send us a DM.
Sounds good. Love you.
Oh, wait. Go to my YouTube channel, Brian Mark.
And my YouTube channel, my Instagram. I'm only like 9K away from 400. Let's just get it there. Let's just get it there.
Peace, love, protein. Have the best day of your fucking life. Talk to you guys in the next episode. Let's go.
Peace.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.